My biggest blessing has been the ability to incorporate my beliefs into the education that I gain and also the clinical experiences that I've had. I didn't realize how much of a blessing that was until I've talked to other family members and friends that have gone to other schools where it's more of a secular education. And coming from previous secular educations, it is monumental to be able to just openly express my beliefs and be able to incorporate that and bring that back to any kind of spiritual healing that I might need to have during some of the intense rotations that I have, and also to just be able to pray before exams or clinicals or just walking into a scary unknown setting for the first time.
All right, so I feel like my biggest blessing so far at CCU nursing program has been the spiritual kind of following and devotionals we've got in class. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Mine is in link with that, just being able to share my faith in my clinical settings. Like every single clinical setting, there's been an opportunity where somebody has seen a name on my scrub and said, oh, and that leads me right into being able to share my faith in Christ. It's been awesome.
My biggest blessing has been to see the difference that I make in patients' lives. Here at CCU, they teach us that when you enter a patient's room, you're stepping on holy ground, and when you expect to step on holy ground, you actually do make a difference in patients' lives. And you actually make it holy ground. And so I've been able to see how that's transformed patients' lives, and that's been a blessing in my own life.
My biggest blessing so far in the CCU nursing program has been my ability to grow closer with God, and also the ability to see God's hand on everything in the nursing field. I've also been able to see how strong I am as a person and grow so much more as a person.
My biggest blessing is definitely the people I've met. I've met a lot of really good friends, and the faculty as well is super supportive and have been a huge blessing on my journey this far.
I had trouble when I was in cohort 7 with one of my classes, and I actually failed out of it. And so one of the biggest blessings there was for CCU to invite and allow me to come back and try all over again. That was a huge motivation for me, and frankly is part of the reason why I'm here again. The other thing is just to be able to be around so many of my great classmates that have the same calling. You know, we're all here for the same reason. We all have a passion to help other people.
Ironically, it's the challenges that I faced in the program, whether that be through class, lab, or even most days clinicals. We all want good days. We all pray for good days. And God's given me good days, but it's within the tough days where I was able to gain so much more experience and knowledge as a nursing student. And because of that, I consider it my biggest blessing.
The thing that has helped me face and overcome obstacles during the nursing program has been my attitude. It's easy to say that your attitude determines your altitude, which I'm sure we've all heard at some point in our life, but to be able to face that and see it and realize, you know, I think I'm having an attitude right now that needs adjusting is hard to be able to realize. But once you realize that you can't come in with preconceived notions, and you can't come in saying, I'm going to fail, and you can't come in saying, I'm just not going to do good at this, because you don't know. You have to face and embrace that fear.
The one thing that has helped me face and overcome obstacles during nursing school really has been my faith in God, and being able to trust Him. Going through this experience has really helped me get through it.
All right, so Erin, I don't know about you, but some of the things that have really helped me face and overcome obstacles during nursing school, I would say would be sleep.
Yes.
Do you have another one that you would?
Prayer. I pray all the time during tests, before clinical, shoot, when I get home and I've had a hard day, when I have homework to do and there's no balance. But
well, that's for me, the finding the balance, I would say exercise and making sure you take time for friendships,
Yes.
which we don't see each other a lot out of school, but we text a lot to kind of motivate and encourage one another.
The thing that's helped me the most is prayer and resting and knowing that nursing is a calling. Florence Nightingale says, how little we can be done under a spirit of fear. And I've learned that I have to face my fears head on. And also John 14:1 says, do not let your heart be troubled. Trust in God. Trust also in me. And so I've learned that to face my fears, I also have to not let my heart be troubled and to trust that God has called me to this and that I can't let my fears overtake.
The thing that has helped me to face and overcome obstacles during nursing school has been the staff and my peers, my family, and God as well. I actually had a baby. I was pregnant the first 9 months of nursing school, and I would not have been able to do it without the support of my family, my peers, and my professors. My baby was in the hospital for a couple weeks, and the support that I had from them was just incredible, and just being able to lean on God and have my professors and peers pray for me and my baby was incredible.
Definitely learning to tell people no. I'm obviously a very social person and like to spend time with friends and family, but having to tell them no and putting nursing school as a priority has been a big obstacle, but I have found as I've been able to do that more, I'm able to manage my time better and do better in school.
The thing that has helped me to face and overcome obstacles during nursing school has been my faith, number one, my family, and my friends. You know, I lean on my faith a lot. I listen to what he has to say to me, and I fully believe that for the first time in my life, I'm where I'm supposed to be, and that is right here, right now, in CCU, striving to be a nurse.
The thing that has helped me to face and overcome obstacles like the toughest days in nursing school has been prayer. And I remember in one clinical day where it was really tough, I ran to the restroom and I gave it all to God. My insecurities, me feeling incompetent, me being scared, anxiety, whatever it is, I gave it to God. And it wasn't so much the Lord, please help me, or Lord, please take away the bad day, or please help this day go by smoothly, but it was more so, Lord, give me the courage and strength to continue strong. And I remember when getting out of that restroom, I still felt nervous and scared, but my perspective changed. And it changed from, oh no, it's gonna be a bad day, into, okay, what can I do to really make this day worthwhile? And it wasn't like my challenges faded or my day went by smoothly, because I was still faced with challenges, but at the end of the day, I noticed that I've gained so much more experience and knowledge. And again, it's the biggest blessing that I've gained here.
My advice to you as you start nursing school is to always keep an open mind, to be adaptable and flexible. It's good to start gaining those habits as you start nursing school to be able to carry that into your nursing career, but also to have a sense of humor. Because if you can laugh at yourself and you can laugh at the situations that you have, you're not going to be as critical and hard on yourself. You're going to make mistakes. It's okay. It's going to happen. But just take it with a grain of salt. You have people here for you. You have the support of your fellow students that are going to go through this journey with you. Embrace the journey. Look forward to it. And if there's a bend in a road that you didn't expect, or a deviation, and maybe something happens that's unexpected, just take it, embrace it, and move with it, because God has a purpose and a plan for you. And believe me when I tell you that the things that I thought were going to happen, the plans that I had in set for my life, completely changed and deviated me off my course so many times. But in the end, especially now, I know deep in my heart that this is the plan that God had for me, even though it didn't happen 2 years ago. It's happening now. And He has set in motion the people and the opportunities that I am just astounded with the things that have opened up for me. So just have a sense of humor, take a deep breath, get your homework done, and just embrace the journey.
My advice to you is first to get good study habits down right away. Know what kind of learner you are to really help you learn all those things, and to really be kind to each other. You're all going through the same struggles, and rely on each other and study with each other and give each other lots of grace and mercy.
My advice is to make sure that you find time for self-care, because you can't care for others if you aren't caring for yourself. So
I would say some chocolate would be a big
Thank
thing
you.
to help. Would you like some right now?
this is going to take quite a big chunk of your time, but it's going to be so beneficial in the end. And if this is the calling that God has on your life, just trust in that, and that He's going to see you through it. You know, the Bible verse, what is it? Philippians 1:6 says that He who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it.
My advice to you as you start nursing school is to take breaks, to have balance, and to ask for help. So if you have a good community and you learn how to ask for help, then you will have balance, and you will be able to invest the time that you need in school and maintain the balance that you need to be able to accomplish the goals and to follow the calling that God has brought on your life.
My advice to you is don't be scared. It's very overwhelming at first with all the information coming at you, but the staff know it's overwhelming. They're very supportive. Learn to ask for help if you feel behind, but just know that you're not alone. Just take it day by day and definitely have fun.
There's a couple things I recommend that you get from the very beginning. One of them is this, it's a clipboard here. There's different editions on it, but this is the nursing edition. I highly recommend you get one of these. It fits comfortably in your leg pocket while you're doing your clinicals or in lab or in skills. And it comes in handy when you put your notes in it and you have something to write on. Because you don't always have, you're not going to be able to write on a piece of paper from the top of a bed. So something like this, easy to carry, and it helps a lot in clinicals also. The other thing I highly recommend you get, and this is probably more important, is this NCLEX examination study guide. So a lot of times while you're studying, you're going over PowerPoint, you're going over the textbook, you may even go as far as finding YouTube videos and things that help. This book helps also. It's going to give you the NCLEX style questions, but it's also going to give you some other text material to read. And that helps. It reinforces what I'm being taught, and gives me another way of thinking about things other than just from the PowerPoints and the text. In clinicals, the one thing that I really recommend is don't be afraid to try it. And when I say that is, a lot of times in my experience so far is there might be 3 or 4 of us in a patient's room with only one catheter that can be placed in, and it's a matter of who's going to do it. If you really want to do it, get in front of the line and do it.
My advice to you as you start nursing school is to remember the verse, and most importantly, believe in the verse stated in Philippians 4:13, which is, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.